Big old doink.
All right, guys, the day has come. Flowermill versus Santa Cruz Shredder. Last time we did a metal shavings test on the Flowermill, found metal shavings. They hit us up. They're like, yo, we're already on top of it. We got version 2. They sent us the version 2 prototype. We tried it again. No metal shavings at all. You can catch the live on YouTube. We did that live. We also did a shavings test on the Santa Cruz Shredder. No shavings on the Santa Cruz Shredder. He also has a, 4 plus a 7-year-old Santa Cruz Shredder that he's used, probably put fucking 100 pounds through. Mm-hmm. No degradation at all on his, no wears, no grooves, nothing like that. So we got a clean fight here on our hands. Mm-hmm. So now it's coming down to smokability. We have the original Flowermill, the coarse grind. We got the fine grind Flowermill, and we got the Santa Cruz Shredder. I grinded them up, put them by tips. I have not told Paul. We also did this on the live. He went to the other side of the room and put his back facing me. Did not tell him what it was. It's really easy to tell which one the coarse grind is. We couldn't fucking hide that. But for now, it is a mystery. He has his beliefs on what's what, but I am not responding to that. So without further ado, how do you want to do this? You want to spark up the coarse one first and just see if it's even halfway smoking?
I think we should spark the coarse one first. That way it makes it easier on us and we're not trying to juggle 3 doinks. I think it'll just make it easier. Go through
Get that out the way. Just because, I mean, you know, we try not to be biased and everything else, but we've done the coarse grind before.
Yeah, these are tests that we've done before. We're just doing them for you guys again so you guys can see the results. But Adam and I have done this in our last 5 years of sitting down and trying to figure all this shit out. We've been through this.
I think it warrants telling the story, too, of how we our first interaction with Flowermill.
Yeah.
So I was stoked on Flowermill. Jasmine, my wife, came home, and she used to work for Connected. They got a Flowermill connected collab going, or a connected Flowermill collab going. And I was stoked because you could put the whole fucking eighth in there, mow it down, and you're good. Like, there's no bullshit. It's just nice and easy. So I'm like, hell yeah, fuck this little Santa Cruz Shredder, pain in the ass, 3 grinder, having to use ass fucking.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I started using that. He, of course, stuck to the normal thing. And we had the same head stash. This was early 2019. We had some Fire Zope, some Fire RS11. I think the one we finally rolled up was RS11, but we had both. And I would call them up because my shit just wasn't quite smoking right. And I was like, yo, is your head stash smoking? Because mine is just kind of subpar. And he's like, my shit is blowing. And I'm like, all right, you're going to have to come over here right now because I'm going to roll next to you. And if my shit isn't smoking as good as yours, I'm going to retire from rolling. And I'm just going to grind weed up for you, which turns out I'm still doing. OG's got a magic touch. You know what I mean? Just for whatever reason, you got that roll where you barely have to pack it afterwards. Mm-hmm. And that shit just smokes better than having to tighten it up with the packer. So he rolls the fucking doinks when it really counts for smokability. But anyways, we roll it up. Sure as shit, mine is not smoking nearly as good as his. I'm like, fuck this. Flip the coffee table over. And he's like, hold on, bro. Try the Santa Cruz Shredder. Because what the fuck? You started using, that's the only thing that changed. And everything was smoking before. I tried the Santa Cruz Shredder. Of course, it's blowing. Never touched a Flowermill since. Then they got the fine screen. I'm like, okay, maybe that's a thing.
My thing is this, okay? I prefer a Santa Cruz Shredder. Do I think a Flowermill with fine grind can provide a great smoking experience? Yes, I know it can. And the reason why I know it can is because people like Mike Rolls, Jake Rolls, use that. And I fucking love their doinks. So they
got all the little things down that makes a doink proper.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I love their doinks. So I'm not necessarily knocking it. I hope it fucking outperforms. Here's the thing, though. Because I'm that old man that's stuck in his ways, it's like, am I going to switch over to Flowermill even if it is better? Probably not. I will. Yeah, I know he will.
And I'll damn near force him to, too. Okay?
He's like, I'm going to burn this Santa Cruz Shredder, dude.
Look, if it's better, fuck out of here.
If it's better. If it's better, yes. Better. But if it's just the same,
he's going to stick to Santa Cruz Shredder.
Yeah, I'm sticking.
But don't let him fucking convince you that I won't be able to convince him to switch to Flowermill if it's better. Because we'll have an hour-long talk about it. And he might sneak his fucking
He'll
Santa
have
Cruz
his
shredder
wife
in at
make
home.
steak. We'll sit and talk
Yeah,
about it.
dude.
And be like, come on, bro.
You'll be at home, like fucking I'll pop up on you and you'll be like using a Santa Cruz shredder in the garage.
Yeah. No, bro. I couldn't find my flour mill.
I was just testing it again, dude. So already I'm not liking the fucking.
Yeah, it's expected. I did
Let's just get a doink cam just so you can see what it's looking like right away here. Very chunky looking.
By the way, this is all Skittles,
Yeah,
all the
this is
same
all
batch.
proper Z.
Yeah, proper Z, all same batch. So like all the weeds the same. Everything should burn identical.
Tastes
hypothetically.
off, tastes smoky. Coarse grinder, maybe for blunts. That's it. I don't know. Bong smokers, you tell me. Maybe you wanted a little coarse for a bong. I don't know.
Yeah.
No use for a coarse grinder at all. So we could just put that out.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't.
You can give it one more look in the doink cam, but let's just get these other two lit up.
Yeah. And it's sad because
Jesus,
I know what this performs like too. So that's why it's like, what the fuck, dude? What am I looking at right now?
Yeah. So let's get the performers lit up.
Let's get that out of here.
Immaculate roll here, bro.
Thank you.
So, you think you know which one's which?
Unless you purposely did something.
Maybe I did.
Unless you purposely didn't grind the Santa Cruz shredder the way that we do all the way down and left it just a little chunkier than usual.
Maybe I grinded them both how they should have been grinded, but maybe I changed the shape of the fucking piles to throw you off.
The shape isn't what was doing anything for me.
Okay.
It was the actual fineness of the grind. The reason why I think this one in my hand is the Santa Cruz shredder was because of the fineness of the grind. It's because of when I was putting it in there and rolling it, it felt like it does when I put weed in and roll weed.
Well, we will see, won't we?
Mm-hmm. I could be wrong. I need to grab my fucking grinder.
Your lighter?
Or lighter, yeah. I knew what I meant.
Let's see.
All right.
So right away, this one tastes a lot better than the coarse grind. We're going to let it get lit and show you guys in the doink cam. Doesn't seem to be burning that evenly out the gate. Does seem slightly darker. Here's a nice little view of the new tip we're dropping too. The extendos will come in this color also. What's yours looking like off the rip? You want to throw it in
I
here?
haven't hit it yet.
Oh,
Hold
okay,
on.
got you.
It is a absolute night and day difference in smoothness and flavor.
Let's get them as close as possible here. So I would say a difference in combustibility right out the gate as well.
On mine. Mine looks like it's combusting better.
Yes, I would agree with that as well. So get some flavor in this, a little bit of smokiness. At what point do I tell you what's what?
I will tell you, I already know. You don't have to tell me anything. Like I said, I already had my predictions. The comment that you just made 2 seconds ago verified my predictions.
Yeah, it's getting hard to hide. I mean, look at...
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is the Flowermill.
I knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. I fucking knew it.
I mean, look, you can't even hide it, dude. There's no hiding this shit. There is a fucking difference. We feel really bad. We got a lot of homies that use Flowermill.
Pull it up. Put it up like this, like I am. I mean, that is a fucking noticeable difference.
Yeah, and the thing is here, switch. Mm-hmm. You can taste it. You can feel it. I didn't think it was...
I could just tell that's a doink. I've rolled so many of our proper Z doinks. The second I rolled that, I was like, that's it. That's our shit right there.
What the fuck is going on here? There we go. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna be this drastic. I thought it was gonna be a lot closer. I thought,
You know, then it begs the question for me, dude, because like I said, I enjoy, shout out Jake Rolls for president. If you guys already voted and didn't vote for him, you guys fucked up.
Yeah,
in the primary.
his policies.
Yeah, fucking duh. Forget about it. And like Mike Rolls, just to name a couple, I know there's other people that use them, but those are the two that really come to mind. They roll amazing doinks with it, dude. So I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it. I almost want to walk next door and grab Jake and bring him in here and be like, "What the fuck? What do you do, bro? How do you get it?"
Yeah, well, here's the thing though. Even on the Jake rolls, it's like he rolls them so fucking good, right?
Yeah.
But they still kind of like burn a little uneven. There's, here and there. Even JP, he uses both. He likes both, but he notices the flour mill running more. Like specifically running more, burning a little less even, which kind of looks like what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Throw yours back in the...
Flavor's there on this one. I will say that, but I will say I'll use Adam's terminology on this one. It's got some company. It's not...
It looks like it tastes like that too. You know?
It's got some company. That one was pure.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
getting
very fucking
pure
pure.
flavor.
I will say smoother and more mouth coating as well, with less background noise.
I agree.
I mean, I would say it's affected every single category. I'd say it's a little stronger flavor.
Side by side.
Say it's more accurate, or maybe similar accuracy, but more pure.
Yeah.
We are getting a little bit of pitching here from the flour mill, so there may be a comeback happening. See how it's starting to get wider? That little ring right there?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if it makes a comeback close enough to make this a tight race, but as of right now...
Not looking good for Flowermill.
Like, look, can you be a production roller with Santa Cruz? It's tough. That's why we're trying to, and we were kind of waiting to pursue this until we knew for sure it smoked better, but we want to make a big puck.
Mm-hmm.
So same gaps in between the teeth, same grindability, same end texture, just a much bigger grinder, because really it's not viable, unfortunately, for commercial growers.
Yeah.
To fucking do this.
Commercial rollers.
Shredder.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I say?
Growers.
Oh, my bad.
And look, guys, at the end of the day, I know that, or at least I would think that, Adam, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I think you look at the logistics on the stuff like this a lot more than I do. You and Tino probably do, but I think it's safe to say that 90% of our followers, fan base, they're consumers. They're not commercial rollers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're consumers. So for all of our people that are out there that are wanting to see this because they use this one or they use that one and they want to know what's better, I will say wholeheartedly, and I, of course, love to say this, I was right. It's the Santa Cruz Shredder. I mean, like, that's, if it ain't fucking broke, don't fix it, dude.
Yeah, I got to give it to the OG on this one. I was really hopeful for the flour mill. I couldn't tell you why. I guess my theory maybe is that, like,
the grind was not quite as fine as the Santa Cruz Shredder.
Yeah.
I noticed, so look at, when I looked at the three piles, that one on the left, which is the Santa Cruz Shredder one, I looked at it and I rolled it first purposely. I sat it next to me purposely. I did all these things purposely because I'm like, that's it. That's the one. I could tell just by
Well, we
looking
tried
at
our
the
best
weed.
to not be biased, guys.
No, for sure. But I could tell by looking at
But
the
you
weed.
can't fool the fucking guy.
Yeah,
It gives a different texture. And here's the thing. There's a big argument from the flour mill team, which, I totally get it. If you're not specifically doing your R&D at your company focused on smokability, because if you don't even know what you're looking for, like, you look at, say, I don't know if they do this, but say you're looking at the weed under a microscope to see how many trichome heads are intact still or whatever, right? Or
Right.
how gently the weed was broken down or whatever it is, right?
Right.
And they have a case where it's like, the weed is way more intact by the time it gets grinded. I'm about to roll that weed up and light it on fire. Well, I don't give a fuck, really. I never store doinks to
Take
where
a samurai sword and chop that shit up for all I care.
put it
dude.
in a NutriBullet.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm about to roll it up.
Yeah.
So it's nice that it's broken down in a certain way that preserves it. But my question is, does that cause running by creating a shape of the flower that just isn't conducive with its optimal smokability? You know what I mean?
Yeah. In order to get, and this is what
Something's different,
This is what I've always said. In order to get, and I'm not even talking about the color. Let's stay away from the color of these ashes right now, guys, when I'm talking. Mm-hmm. In order to get that sand castle structure, your weed has to be broken up so fine that it will burn like that. If
And-
there are clumps, it will start to burn like that.
100% will. And we don't give a fuck. It's not like we're looking at it and going, oh, I want it this way because it's really nice to look at. We don't give a fuck about how it looks. We just noticed the smoothest, cleanest, purest, most accurate, strong mouth coating flavor comes from a white ash with that structure. That doesn't mean that a white ash with that structure can't be horrible, because it can. And there's a lot of fake shit out there where you just look at the oil ring and the ash and you sell the packs. Like,
Right.
it's not what we're talking about. We focus on the interaction with the palate first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then just notice the correlation with the ash color and the structure.
I'll tell you, I think I've only smoked 3 doinks of this batch of Z that we have, like total out of all of it.
It went.
This right now is so enjoyable.
Yeah.
So enjoyable right now. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm not getting background noise. I'm not getting too much minerality. There's a little bit, but I'm not getting too much. Yeah, fucking good job in this batch, Jordan. Cultivation and consumption.
And the squad.
And the squad. Yeah, Jake, Richard, everybody, Billy.
Yeah, but enough of our self-promo here. We try not to do that shit, I promise. Sometimes the shit's smoking, you know. But that other one, though, if you're trying our shit with a Flowermill and hopping in our DMs,
Get out of my DM.
I would have said the same. I would have said the same thing though. If I rolled that one up, I'd be a little disappointed. I'd be in somebody's DMs.
Yeah, look,
I
especially,
didn't know better.
Especially because, look, you can't even blame the roller or the roller after that, because Adam picked this thing up and said, that's an immaculate roll, bro. So
Yeah,
he
it
picked
felt
it up.
very nice
He
pressure.
picked it up and was like, wow, nice roll. And it still burned like that. So for me, it's like, that's not even, that's the weed performing that way because it's not broken up well enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could put this one down. I don't know about you.
I'm good. I just wanted to do my
Let me
R&D
just try
back and forth a
R&D
few
one more
times.
time real quick.
It didn't pitch either like we thought it was going to. I mean, maybe it's not as dark as it was at the very tip.
It's still not bad right there, bro. Oh, of course I ash it.
I don't even think that's with you, though. I think that's the breakdown. It's
Yeah, I
so,
mean, shit.
It's so fine, it
really
goes
wasn't
like
even-
this and sticks back together.
I wasn't
into a
even really
solid.
moving it either. It's not like I nudged it. Usually if I nudge it, I'll be like, yeah, I nudged it.
Right.
But it was just perfectly still. So it's like, it's not that it's bad in a flour mill. It's just that it's not showing its full potential in a flour
I'll
mill.
even say this. It's not that it's bad in a flour mill. It's just that it's better in a Santa Cruz shredder.
Yeah, yeah. There is smokiness to it. So I'm not saying that it's not bad at certain points, but it seemed to have hit a stride after the first like 10%.
Right.
But that stride didn't get it close enough to win the race,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or contest the race.
Yeah.
So I guess Santa Cruz shredder it is. Damn it, dude. Because, like, here's the thing. We got a lot of homies that use Flowermill. And on some, like, commercial viability shit for rollers,
It doesn't make sense.
This is bad news.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for
Because
them
the
to use a
Flowermill
Santa
is
Cruz
so
shredder.
much easier to use.
The amount of man hours that will be increased by using a Santa Cruz shredder as opposed to a flour mill if you are a commercial roller is huge.
I'll say this. If you're using a Santa Cruz shredder for your rolling, raise your price a couple dollars per roll. And just explain why.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Just
Fucking
explain why.
yeah.
If you want
do what
that
all businesses do
little
and
level-
eat the cost out to your customer. You know what I'm saying?
Like-
that way you're not eating the loss.
Well,
on
and
it.
it's fair. It's like, yo, you're going to be putting in more hours. You're going to develop arthritis, you know?
Right.
Like,
back
keep-
problems, all kinds
couple
of shit.
bucks. Yeah, dude. I mean, you'll get a little more jacked probably using the little puck.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking A.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why you pay a little more for food that's made from scratch. You pay, you know, just when certain things are done, not for
When it's
convenience,
done
but
right.
for excellence, fucking it
I
costs
think,
more.
you know, we're going to have to go back and look it through the episodes, but I swear I said that in one of the episodes. I was like, sometimes the greatest things in life take a little more work. And that's
know?
fine. You know what I'm saying? Everything shouldn't be handed on a silver platter. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, yeah, I got to fill up a grinder 3 times and grind it more, and it's a pain in the ass, and it's a little more tedious. But if I'm getting this result every time as opposed to that result, it's like the work's worth it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. We rolled up a flour mill with somebody. We were rolling up Chef. This is the last time we did this. We specifically have not touched a flour mill between then and now.
Nope.
It's probably been a year. Just because we wanted the actual reaction live with you guys on air. So we have not touched every flour mill we had.
Are you talking about since we did the flour mill thing at your house?
No, right here in the office.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
we rolled
yeah.
up some
Oh,
Chef
yeah.
with another roller. He rolled the flour mill. I rolled the Santa Cruz shredder. And it was like an A+ smoke compared to like a B-. It wasn't like A+ versus B+. It was like there was even the roller who's very very like on team Flowermill was like, oh shit. And we were like, me and Paul said to our heads like, well, let's have Paul roll both just to fucking make sure it wasn't just a little too loose or something like that. And Paul rolled both. I checked the pressure. They're the fucking same doink.
Yeah.
There's a difference
There's
for
a difference.
sure. And it's not as big of a difference as it was last time. So maybe it was a little combination of maybe a little bit too loose.
And my thing is, too, I noticed somebody made this comment. Guys, I'm ignorant as fuck when it comes to Flowermill, so I'm going to give you guys a heads up on this if you guys are like, oh, what a fucking stupid question. Of course there is. Somebody was on our live and commented and said, is that the fine or
Yes.
the extra fine?
It's the extra fine. They sent us the most fine
Okay, so
one
that's
they
the
have.
finest one they have. Okay, that's all I want because
what I was
I'm like,
told.
I can already see it. Our DMs are going to get hit with fucking...
Hey, look, we'll do it again.
Yeah, they're going to get hit
Because
with... Well,
if you
that wasn't the
notice
fine
it-
one.
Well, but here's the thing. If you notice that it wasn't as fine as Santa Cruz Shredder and we find out they have a finer mill, it warrants another competition.
Yeah, we'll run
We
it
have
back.
to run it back, yeah. No, we're not, look, we're not trying to make this conclusive because they got a team of engineers over there very focused on enhancing the experience. Flowermill is not
Yeah,
just...
they're working hard.
They're not just
And-
laid back,
Yeah,
letting
and
shit
shout
be.
out to Flowermill, dude, for being those types of people that aren't just creating a product and trying to make money. They're actually in this for the love of what they do and trying to create a better experience for consumers. So, shout out to them for that.
Shout out to fucking Terp Connoisseur for the... of course it ashed. For the fucking perfect structure, though. Let's B-roll that back real quick.
Yeah, right?
What perfect fucking structure. You know, like it didn't curve one way or the other.
Fucker was smoking, dude.
Yeah, still is. But yeah, they are very dedicated to improving the process. I mean, we had the version 2 non-metal shaving grinder
Yeah.
fucking within like 3 days
Yeah.
of that review happening. So they give a fuck. They
Yeah,
care.
great company, for sure.
know?
Great company, great guys, great group of people.
But for smokability out of a doink in particular, maybe that smokes better out of a bong. I don't know. But out of a doink, it is absolutely conclusive.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no debating it. Santa Cruz Shredder.
Yeah. I'd like to say I told you so, but I
No,
told you
that-
so.
I think you have, yeah. Oh, man. So now, with that being said, let's go over some shit about Santa Cruz Shredder that we've learned over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go over the picking out the shit, and then Paul will tell you how he cleans it. So I just keep a pack of papers around me. I use the corner of the papers as a pick if I don't have anything else. But in the little edges of the grinder, oftentimes, especially when you overpack it, you don't want to overpack it, just do 75% full on 3 grinders instead of like jam-packed 2. There's going to be shit stuck in there that you can't let get into the fine grind. So we kind of spread our fine grind out sometimes and make sure there's no little chunks because little chunks will fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm.
So you pick out those little things, you don't let them fall out of the grinder, and then you put a little bit more weed in there and you grind that all up together. And then you just keep picking it out and grinding it until it's all out.
And I think a big thing, this is, I'll steal this from Adam because I think he said it this way. I don't think I said it this way, but same theory, is that you want to grind until you don't feel anything.
No
so
resistance.
there's no, so like at first, like you'll have a resistance, right? And then that resistance will loosen and then it loosens and it's like you're pulling, but you can still feel like a click, 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 click. And there's like little pieces that are in
wanna
there
grind
still.
the fuck out of
You
this
want to continue to grind that shit until it basically gets to a point to where it's just smooth. And you're just going,
Yep.
once you get that, then you can dump out, check your edges, like he said, scrape everything out, look through your pile, make sure you don't have any clumps or anything. But yeah,
Yeah, and so if, for example, like grinding it fine, people are like, oh, it's going to turn to dust. You got to get better weed.
Yeah.
You can't grind weed this good fine enough. You can put it in a NutriBullet
yeah,
and it'll still roll up nice and be sticky and stuck together. If your shit's turning to dust, that's a weed problem, not
it's
a grinder
old,
problem.
it's bad weed,
For
it's
sure.
over dried,
Or it's some punch or some
yeah, or
shit.
dried in hot temperatures. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that can fucking do that shit.
So just, yeah, be very wary of the weed when you're claiming dust.
Yeah.
And then cleaning.
So cleaning process for me for a Santa Cruz shredder is a pretty simple one. I have a sink in my laundry room that I use to clean all my shit. And typically what I'll do is I'll break them apart like so, to where there's 2 different pieces. I'll fill them up with ISO and let them sit for about 20 minutes or so. When I come back to them, I'll pick them up with the ISO still in them, so there'll still be puddles in them. And then I'll go like this, and I'll grind it together, dump it out, rinse it with some water. And then when I'm done, I'm going to look, because what happens is on the insides, on the top, and then all around the rim of this and on the insides of this. You can get, when you're smoking fire, like we do, like Adam said, and, you got, tree that has sticky residuals, you're going to get stuff that's like stuck to the side of it. I'll take a paper clip, pour ISO in it again, and I'll just sit there with the paper clip and like chip those things off the side and get everything brand new, clean again. I'll do one more soak with clear alcohol because that other stuff was all green and fucked up from all the fucking plant material that was in there. This one will be clear. I'll let that one sit for about another 20 minutes. I'll do a rinse out with water, let it dry, and then you're good.
So, there you go. What else? I think that's it, dude. I think we're going to start working on getting a fucking big-ass puck for you guys.
And we're definitely, quit playing Santa Cruz Shredder. Hit us up.
Legends.
Quit playing Legends in the game. We want to...
yeah, come on. They have, so we're good. We literally just waiting to see.
We need to get this sponsor going now.
Yep.
We need to get it going now.
It's going. Big cup, big puck coming soon. That is a legitimate problem. I'm gonna try to solve it.
Proper Z is smoking too.
But if you were smoking 1 gram joints, this is really a grinder meant for like smoking a small joint. You know what I mean? So we'll have the Doink Shredder. That'll be a name.
See if we can do that.
Doink Shredder.
Proper Shredder.
Proper Shredder is probably the more obvious one, yeah.
Proper Shredder. Hey,
well, I'm lit off of the Skittles with no power.
Like I said, the Z's smoking for if you get the opportunity to
I don't understand,
batch.
motherfuckers, bro. I be getting high as fuck off of Z and the right candy and shit. Like,
yeah.
I get higher off of the fucking OG, but I still get fucking wrecked off of that
I'm going to be honest, dude, and maybe this is just me just being an old man once again, but like for me, dude, I can't afford to be fucking zonked all day. Like I got a lot of responsibilities, especially right now. A lot of things on my plate.
Like an operational high.
Yeah, dude, I need an operational high, especially for the daytime. At night, yeah, dude, I'd love to fucking roll up some OG or something that's some power and just put me to bed.
Well,
but
we got OG episodes in the morning, dude. Those are our worst days.
Yeah, that's fucked. It's a
After
fuck
that,
day.
it's fucking, everything's running at 40%.
Z is starting to lose a little bit of its flavor, but it's still smoking, dude. It's still smooth as fuck, dude.
Let's get a nug shot. A doink shot. I'm fucking up all over the damn place today, dude.
We're good. Let's run it back.
Hey, Ruben says we're keeping that. All right, fair enough. Oh, I don't know why I did that.
I just saw it. I watched you,
know what I was
intentionally
doing?
ash that. That was so unproper of you. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there.
So I got to explain myself now because that looked obnoxious. So on the ash, there was a little like paper flare hanging off, hella loose.
And you wanted it gone, yeah.
I figured I could get that gone without ashing it. I just didn't realize my own strength, bro. I had worked out like 4 days ago.
He's been thumb wrestling lately, guys, dude. His shit's fucking jacked right now. You see that thumb?
No, to be fair, to be fair, we did a thing where like, how long can you hold the 45 plates?
Oh, there you go, like
And
this.
so like, yeah, I basically am a chimpanzee now in my fucking grip. You know what I mean? Had mad protein after that.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so yeah, anyways, Santa Cruz Shredder for the win, dude. I'm getting too high for these cans to be rolling.
Z smoking, dude.
Z smoking. We're like 80% of the way. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Little bit of background. Still got the flavor. Starting to fade. Still smooth. 80% of the way. That's the fucking verdict. We'll throw her up front right there. But for now, Santa Cruz Shredder. We'll see what the team at Flowermill does, dude, because they're a crafty bunch. But for now, Santa Cruz Shredder is the best thing smoking.
Let's
Shout out to the fucking guys.
Yep.
Yeah, and this isn't fucking... this isn't biased, guys. We've had like 2 DMs with Santa Cruz Shredder. We don't know them or nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't. Trust me, I get nothing for using their products or anything.
forever.
And I have for fucking a decade. So, yeah.
And Flowermill is an extremely nice team. Have reached out. Went the extra mile.
Yeah.
And to be fair, dude, they had like fucking, I can't remember if it was all engineers, but like at least a couple engineers on the call when they hit us up later to figure out what's going on. And already a prototype ready because they were already on top of that issue.
It's fucking great business.
They also say the shit does not happen when there's weed in it. I can't verify that, so I'm not going to claim that because how you going to see the dust off of a, you can't really tell.
But we can verify that V2 wasn't giving off metal shavings.
No,
So
no metal shavings.
wait for if you guys are going to get a Flowermill, I'd say
Keep an eye out for the
keep
V2.
an eye out V2. Somebody said in the DM or in the chat earlier that it was dropping early April, so a couple weeks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, unfortunately, Smokeability is the next project. I'm sure they're going to fucking do a shit ton of tests with different plates and figure out what's smoking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll see them soon.
Got bracket coming up.
Yeah, that's the next thing. This is the last episode of Norm. Now we have straight, proper smoke league, rec versus small batch coming soon. First, we have the wild card. So of the 16-man bracket, 4 of the spaces were available for fast track purchase. Basically, like if you want to just cut the line,
Right.
be our guest.
Yeah.
So we're doing a duel for the last spot on each side of the bracket. So one wild card will make it here, one wild card will make it to the other side.
And what were the names again of the 2?
So I fucking remember a couple of them. I have a list. I'm not even going to try right now. I'm so
The reason why I was asking,
but they're coming.
is because I don't know. Somebody dropped this
Yes, that is Prodigal Company.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Okay.
We're waiting to see. There's 2 more people interested in the last slot that we're trying to see what the fuck's going on because they kind of asked around the same time. So I'm trying to figure out how to fairly handle that. But basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna run through the first round because that's a lot of smoking. We're gonna go do it live on YouTube. We're not gonna make episodes out of it. But then for maybe the quarterfinals, but definitely the semifinals, we're gonna come in here and do it live on the show.
Yeah.
We have another trophy being made, another tip. It's gonna be a little bit smaller, skinnier, and more functional. So it's gonna be about 6 inches tall. The last one, no way you're rolling a doink out of that.
No.
So this one you'll actually be able to potentially use if you roll up like a fucking half zip or some shit. So that's coming. Other than that, there's no second or third place trophy. Only the best thing smoking.
Yep. That's it.
Everybody knows the fucking rules.
Yeah.
If you ain't first or last.
Yep.
It's not even fair because we've had some really close second places that I would smoke on another given day also.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. There's been some yeah. I was actually talking to somebody while you were gone in the comments that was like dogging, or I don't know if they were really dogging, but kind of like saying that they would think that Squint's weed is shit. I was like, actually, dude.
Somebody said that?
Yeah, and I was like, actually, remember the Squints in the
I've
fucking
had some that
Zalbox?
wasn't smoking, and I've had some that was smoking.
Yeah.
He's definitely... See, here's the thing. Every grower puts out some weed that's not smoking, even my favorite growers.
Yeah,
They put out
absolutely.
weed that's not smoking. But do you have the ability to find that unicorn batch even?
Yeah.
Like, are they... Like, because some people, it's like you can't even get the first 10% of the doink to smoke good.
Right.
Whereas other people are like, sometimes it's 40% of the doink smokes good, sometimes it's fucking 70 or 80 or 90.
Right.
And that's the difference, that the amount of the doink that smokes good. Anyways, PSL next. We're going to get the fuck out of here. Catch you next time.
Big old doink.